How can you write an argumentative essay with an objective tone? In this lesson, you will learn to write in an objective tone by editing for point of view. So this is the prompt that we're working on. Remembering it's just the souls of black folk of our spiritual strivings, and we're writing an essay that deals with Du Bois' main claim. So here we are in the writing process. First, you have to read closely and analyze. Then you have to generate and plan. Then you draft and revise. And finally, you edit and publish. And we're in the editing stage, so that's where we're going to focus for this lesson. So first we're going to ask, who does the prompt ask me to address? Then we're going to underline the pronouns and phrases where the audience is addressed. Then we're going to ask, is first, second, or third person appropriate for this audience? And then we're going to revise the essay's voice to reflect the appropriate audience. So let's review. I mean, at first, it may seem silly that an argumentative essay should incorporate an objective tone. I mean, this is your opinion, right? But actually, this is a common mistake that some writers make. In actuality, an argumentative paper is not your opinion. It's a position that you take. When you say, I believe that, X, Y, Z, whatever, the natural follow-up of that question, okay, why do you believe that, is because I said so, right? So think about if you did it like this. The author believes X, Y, Z because he wrote, et cetera, et cetera. And this makes such a much stronger case, and it makes your position and your paper stronger. So let's look again at the prompt and ask, who is this asking me to address? I know that it's saying a specific academic work, and it has these words in it, the author's central claim that I'm evaluating. And that would tell me that this is an academic audience. And I know that I want to have more of a formal tone with it. So then I want to ask, first, second, or third person, what's most appropriate for an academic audience? First person, remember, says, I believe. But remember, we're going to ixnay that one. That's not what we want to say. You believe. That's second person when you see the you. But that's not appropriate either. So we're going to look at he, she believes. This will make a much stronger person because we're going to back it with evidence instead of just your personal opinion. So let's look at this particular section of our essay that we wrote. I read W.B. Du Bois' seminal work, The Souls of Black Folk of Our Spiritual Strivings, where he tells us about the struggles of African Americans and offers a solution for us, a combination of liberty, voting rights, and education. In my opinion, Du Bois fails to offer any solution for the main problems he outlines. So I see I read, tells us again, in my opinion. Right? I'm going to ask myself, what voice is this? Is it first, second, or third person? And I'm going to go with first person here, but that's, remember, not what we want. So let's rework it. Instead of I read, let's do N.W.B. Du Bois' seminal work. Instead of he tells us, we're just going to write he outlines. And then he offers a solution for us. So just take the us out. He offers a solution, which is a combination of liberty, voting rights, and education. And then, in my opinion, Du Bois fails to offer, and I rework that so it just says, what Du Bois fails to offer is any solution for the main problems he outlines. And this way, I mean, I'm still stating my case, but it's stronger because I'm putting the argument first instead of prompting it with my own first person voice. So here in the writing process, we've done all of these steps. And finally, we really were looking at just editing, making small editing changes before we publish. So in this lesson, we asked, who does the prompt ask me to address? We underlined pronouns and phrases where the audience was addressed. We asked, is it first, second, or third person appropriate for this audience? And then we revised the essay's voice to reflect the appropriate audience. In this lesson, you have learned to write in an objective tone by editing for point of view.